welcome back to my channel. Oh, let me put this aside because this is the cable I need to film. Okay, again, welcome back to my channel. Hello, and look what I got. I want to make a little review. I know there are reviews out there, but this is just to refresh your memory. Plus, I heard that Tim Holtz is going to pull the stamp platform from the shelves. So the only stamp platform that will be out there will be the Misti, which I have too, right here. And see, it's much smaller. That actually made me go ahead and buy the Tim Holtz because it's bigger and it's much cheaper. So I paid $60 for my Misti. I didn't pay it, my daughter paid it, but anyways, it's $60 for a Misti. A Misti is like the small, this is the big size, but it's still only 6 by 8. So after I heard from Rachel, bad, after I heard from her that they stopped selling them, I went to Amazon and I actually looked up and it was $25. Granted, it's for Amazon Prime. I don't know how it is, you know, if you are not Amazon Prime, but if you are not, you can always make a free month, you know, being Amazon Prime and try it out and order this. So I went there, it cost me $25, no shipping costs. It was here in 48 hours. So all I did was taking it out of the main box. And I did not take it out here yet. So let's see how it looks like. I have never seen one. I have never touched one, you know, like never used one. So let's see how easy this will be to use. What prompted me to buy it, except for them pulling it off the market, is that it is bigger. Okay, so this is how it comes. It comes with 2 magnets as well, and you get a booklet. And I love this one. This could be a nice basket, you know. You can just put it into your shelf and you can pull it. Oh my God, I'm not tossing this for sure. So this is your little new item booklet. I don't think the items are new anymore, but you know, you can just check it out, whatever it is. Mini rotary tool set. It has scissors. Oh, I have those. I need the big ones. However, it just shows you what's out there. So nothing very important. Now, this platform, like I said, and I want to make a comparison for you. Just so you know, if you got a Misti and you go like, I don't even need this one. That's what I said. I liked Misti more when I was looking for reviews because everything I saw looked as if Misti was better. Really, I did not see a review that said that Tim Holtz platform is better. Now, after using Misti for a while now, a long time, and for me, it's a long time. I don't know, was it a year? Did I get it last year or the year before that? I'm not sure, but I used it a lot. I stamp a lot. After stamping, I noticed a couple things I really don't like about that. And I think they will be better with this one. I don't know if they will, but I hope that they will. One thing is for sure better. The stamping platform itself is bigger and it doesn't have this edge like the Misti has. The Misti has an edge, so whatever I want to stamp, I cannot go farther than this, right? I cannot move it here, I cannot move it there. And I have a normal piece of cardstock which I stamp on all the time. And this is not gonna fit in there for sure. That's why I mostly cut my cardstock to make it fit, you know, so that's one thing. The second thing is it has edges and it does not stamp on the edges. But let me show you the first. So here, if I wanted to, I can just use the whole piece of paper. And if it would be bigger, like a 12 by 12, I could put it in there as well. If it's like 20 by 20, I can put anything in here. So any size should work. I believe so. It just keeps it down, yes. So that's a big, big, big plus. I really like the idea of being able to stamp more. If you stamp cards, of course, like a card fits in here. But I sometimes stamp just for coloring. So I have to stamp the little cards. You know, I have to cut it and stamp it. And here I could just apply so many stamps that as many as I like and just stamp them all in once. It's bigger. Just this part is bigger. I believe they say it's 9 by 9, but let's just measure what it is. So this part right here is about 9 by 9. You can stamp about 9 by 9. It's 8.5. So that's fine with me because I can stamp 8 by 8 and I don't have to cut my paper, so I can just move it and then turn it and do whatever, and I save paper like that. This one is, like I said, 6.5 by 8.5, but really you cannot stamp in the corners. I can't. Maybe it's my Misti, but I don't see a Misti being different. When I want to stamp something in a corner, it's really bad. It just doesn't want to stamp. So I want to see how it stamps in a corner right here. This one has clear and rubber. You have to turn your plate. I have never done that, but I have seen that. So if you turn your plate like this, and it says clear right here, you can read it. It means this is for your clear stamp. This is very smooth. The other side, let me show you that. So this is the clear stamp side. I know you can't really see, but it's smooth. The other side is for your rubber stamps. And when you want to rubber stamp, this is not smooth. So all of those you see, can you hear that? They all stand up for your rubber. And you can always clearly, if you read rubber, then it's for rubber. See, you cannot really read clear because it's upside down. So you know which side is on right now. You can also touch and feel, of course, which one is on. Second thing, here you have your clear, you stamp like this. If you want to stamp rubber stamps, you have to take out the foam piece. And then you can stamp your rubber stamps. And the foam piece is there for your clear stamps. It comes with 2 magnets, just like the Tim Holtz one does. It has 2 magnets. I would tell you to put some duct tape onto the magnets, because they say if they fold, they break really easily. So if they fold like this and break, they will stay together. They're not gonna go lost. So that's what I have. And next thing that I notice is that it does have centimeters. I love my centimeters. I use them less and less, but it does have centimeters on this one. So that's how it is. Of course, this is bigger, so if you want to store it somewhere, you will need more space for that. But it's not really much more space. Look. So if I put it on top, there is this piece that is more. Okay, I would like to try and stamp, and I would also like to show you what I mean by my not stamping in the corners. So let's put this one aside just for a second. And then I will push this one into the corner right here. Let me get some ink. And a stamp. I'm really very excited to try out and see if this one is going to be any different or better, or what is it gonna be. Okay, so I'll just take a clear stamp for this one, and I will just stamp it in the corner, or I will try to stamp it in the corner. Okay, let me put those aside so I don't get messed up. Okay. So first of all, I have to really see that I got myself a piece of paper that fits, because if I cut a tiny bit more, I cannot fit any stamp on that anymore, and it would be wasted paper. But what you do is basically you close your Misti, you take it off, you ink it up. Having a stamping platform by itself is really, really, really good. So I like that. Oh, look, it did stamp in the corner. A lot of times it doesn't. I have a video I made just yesterday, and it has my stamp, which it did not stamp in the corner. No matter how many times I stamped, it just wouldn't. Do I have it here? Let me see real quick, because I believe I still have it right here. So I don't know if you have watched my junk journal videos, but it's this one. So I kept this piece of paper in the corner, and it just would not do it. It just would not do it. No matter how many times I stamped, it just would not do it. So keep that in mind. A lot of times if you go around this, it just doesn't do it. But it's fine. Now it's fine. And it's okay. Sometimes it does. And I do push into the edge. You know, it's not like I don't. But that's okay. So I need a small piece of paper to be able to stamp my stuff. And this time it's stamped perfect. So that's fine. I want to take the same stamps and put them into Tim Holtz and see how it stamps over there, or two different stamps, whatever. But I think I'm going to go with the same stamps. But this is clear stamp on the mat. Let me see. Excuse me. I want to also stamp a... Okay, let's put an M on there for Misti. So we know what we were doing. And I did bring another stamp, and this is the rubber stamp, and I will do the rubber stamp right on here as well. Be careful with your magnets, because if you put them too close together, they're gonna snap, and then it hurts your fingers, trust me. So to stamp this, I have to take out my foam. Of course, I have to put another piece of paper right in there. And then I'm gonna go with a gorgeous girl. She's so pretty, and I haven't stamped her yet, so I'm just gonna go with her. So that's what you do. Without the foam, you have enough space for your Misti to stamp. This one is called The Last Rose. How pretty. I love the gorgeous girls. So I did not stamp her yet. And you do basically the same thing. You just stamp. Here, you can see exactly that I do have ink on this spot, but I cannot stamp on the bottom. And I'll do it again. I cannot stamp on the bottom. And I will do it again. And I cannot stamp on the bottom. Let's push, like really push. You see that? It just won't let me do it. And this is a really good stamp. It's the gorgeous girl is Santoro. So, you know, it's like there's nothing wrong with the stamp, but it's just one stamp, as you can see. So I don't like this. I really don't. And they do say you have to put your card into the corner to be able to, like, you know, if your card moves or something by accident, you can put it back into the corner and you will always know the position of your stamp. So if I put my card here and I stamp once, you know, and then let's say my card moved by accident. I cannot position it there anymore, you know, to be precise. So here I can, but as you can see, it's just, I'm not going to try again. I'm good, but it just does not stamp the bottom of it. It just doesn't, and it happens here as well. So everywhere where there is this border, it happens to me. Not all the time, but a lot of times, and these times upset me. You can also see that it's right here. It didn't stamp as well, just because the border is right here as well. And it just is upsetting, because I want my stamp now, right? And I used my ink and I used my paper and I want my stamp to stamp, but it just doesn't do it. So I feel this is upsetting. That's how I feel about it. That was my only problem. So that's why I would always kind of go here, you know, so I'm not in the edge, and I would line it up by 2, and then I would always stamp farther to this side to get this border. So yeah, okay, there is that. Now let's do the same thing with my new Tim Holtz platform. Like I said, I have never used one of those before, so we'll see. I can read rubber right here, so it means to me that I should be able to stamp rubber. If I am able to find my piece of paper I just had. Okay, so you might be able to see the piece of paper I just had, but I don't, so I just took another one. Okay, let's see. Ooh, it doesn't open all the way? Or is it me? Did I do something wrong? So the first thing, oh, it was not in there. The first thing I notice, and I wonder, oh, that's probably how it is. Oh no, it does open. Okay, so the first thing I've noticed is when you move this in any way, it's not going to open. So you have to, it has to be right in there all the way before you can move it. So I don't know if it comes in time, with time, or whatever, but we will see. Now here, I don't have to cut myself little pieces of paper. All I have to do is to line up one big piece of paper, and I can do whatever I want to do. So if I want, and just for the fairness, I'm going to put it right down here in where the edge is. In the corner, to see if this is going to stamp the whole thing. See, it did stamp what did not come onto my Misti, or didn't stamp with my Misti. I knew I have ink there. So the ink was there. It just didn't stamp. So let's do this again. Just ink this up. And then press. Wow. What about this? Did I not put ink on that? It probably dried from, because it did not stamp on my Misti. Let's see if it did dry or if it's my problem here. Okay, this does not quite take all of the ink I have on there. Same with the little piece of Gorgeous. I'll give you one more chance and stamp you again. Okay, let's push, hold and push everywhere in the edges. Okay, so for some reason the little leaf did not stamp very perfectly right here, and I'm going to leave it like that. I'm not going to stamp like 500 times just to make it seem like it's better than the other one, but I will take it off. I'll clean it in a second. Now all I have to do is to turn this thing, because now I have my clear stamps, right? The thing is, I don't have to take this out. I don't have to do anything if I don't want to, you know, or I do take it out. I do turn it around. Do whatever I feel like doing. Then I will just position those two right here and see how that works. Because this one does not have a mat, you know. So I wonder how this one is going to stamp. The mat is helping with stamping. And as you can see, because my desk is like a normal crafter's desk, so it is messed up, but I feel like I have a pretty big spot here to work, but I still need to move it back and forth a little, just because it's bigger. It is bigger. Keep that in mind. Now, I did ink it up once. I will push it down just like I do with my Misti. Oh, it's fine, actually. It's not too bad. Let's see second time. I was wondering, like, there is no foam. I don't know if this, like, gives more or whatever it does. I'm not a, you know, engineer who can tell you what the stamping platform does. But it's not too bad. I can see that the shoes didn't get enough. So I will just go to the shoes and to the hair right here. And see what happens. This one is perfect already. I can feel that it pushes down here, but not on the edge that much. But it's good. Look. So you tell me. You know, I feel like the problems that I do have with my Misti are solved by this one. But the problems that are here, which is actually two things. It is big, you know. If they would have like half of it or a part less like the Misti is, but with the open edge here, it would be perfect, in my opinion. I know that they have a smaller one, 6x6 or something like that, travel size, but I wanted the bigger one. Just because I do have Misti and Misti is smaller. So that one. The other thing is I have to line it up. Like I have to hold it straight. If I hold it a little bit to the side, I cannot take it out. So I have to hold it straight. This is not the big deal because you can just feel when it's straight. But you see that? If you put it like a little bit to the side, it's not going to go down. So this is what you have to learn. You know, like, have a feel for that. I don't know if this is going to break. I don't think so. This is hard metal here. So that's metal. And the inside of it, I think, is metal. You see the gold stuff? Just so it doesn't rub off everything. But it really seems, see? I just had it again. It was like going against my will. But otherwise, it does. Look, see? So you really have to keep it like straight. I didn't even do anything. I just moved it back and forth. Okay. So I don't want to get stuck in the middle of my crafting, you know. And this might come off if you pull too much and then it will scare you. Look, it's stuck again. And now it's unstuck. So yeah, that's the only problem, but it's not a problem that I would say, oh my God, I hate this thing. It's just, you know, we want everything to go smooth and perfect, but it's not perfect. Nothing is perfect. So I like it. I must say, I was against Tim Holtz, the platform, not against Tim. Keep that in mind. Tim is good. Probably, I don't know. I have never met him. I can't tell if he's good or not, but I was against buying the platform. I decided to go with Misti initially, but now I changed my mind. But it doesn't mean that I don't want my Misti. The thing is, I'm pretty sure that all of the little things I have, I will still stamp with my Misti, you know. And then if there is something bigger or I want to stamp a lot, you know, if I have a one little stamp, like let's say I have a quote I want to stamp real quick, I would do here. And if I have pictures to stamp, which I want to color or whatever, I would go over here, because here I can just stamp with my one press down, you know. I don't have to open and take it off and put it back on and stuff like that. They both are good. And like I said, the bad is the not stamping around the corners. I just don't like it. It needs to stamp around the corners because I need to put my paper into the corner. And as you can see, there is your comparison. There is the Misti and there is the Tim Holtz. So it did stamp at the corner. But the normal stamping is pretty much the same, you know. So there is no better or worse in stamping. It's just the handling itself. So I don't like, I don't know if I can say it this way. It's not like I don't like it. It's not a bad thing either. But a con here is that it has borders, so I cannot use a bigger paper, and it doesn't stamp around the corners. Those are my two things. I think that's it. Here, my cons are that I have to turn it around, which is, you know, it's okay. I have to take the foam out here, so it's kind of the same. But the thing is that I don't like that it gets stuck. See, it's stuck. If you pull it just a tiny bit, it gets stuck. And that's what I don't like. And it's a little bigger, so you have to get used to that. But that's it. That's actually it. The pro is, I really like to use this one. It's quick and easy. If you only, I mostly have only clear stamps, so I don't have to move this, to turn this around or take the foam out, because I mostly stamp clear stamps. And it's smaller, so I don't have to open up such a big thing and find space on my desk, right? So that's good. It has a grid, which is better visible than this one. It kind of has a grid as well, but this one is better visible. And yeah, it stamps perfect. It stamps perfect if you don't go to the corners. It's a really helpful tool. This one seems to be great too. It stamps really good. I can go into the corners. I can move my paper. I can use any size paper I want, from a small one to like, I don't know, 20 by 20 or more, you know, because all I have here in the corners are just those two. So it's open-ended to two sides, which is great. And I want them both. Yeah, I like them both. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. I need to tell you once again that this is going to be pulled off the market. I read it online. A friend told me, Rachel said that in the Fun Life on a Budget group. But I also went there and read the article online. So they settled down by something and they're gonna work together or whatever it is. But they say that this one is going to be gone. So $25 on Amazon, free shipping. I think it's a very good price. $60 plus shipping at petunia.com. So, you know, think about it. If you don't have any, think about if you want to invest $25, maybe as an early Christmas present or whatever it is. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Share, subscribe, leave a comment down below if you have one of those, if you have both, if you're going to buy one, you know, just let me know what you are stamping with. And otherwise, just enjoy your day, and I will see you next time.